We're waiting for Clinica to show up, and we want to take guesses on what they're going to show up as. At least one cardboard box in it.
And I believe they will use one of the primary colors of spray paint.
Do you think it's going to be glamorous? Maybe it could be glamorous.
I think it'll be some grayscale.
Yeah, grayscale glamorous. I don't know. Clinica can't really do the glam thing.
Yeah. Whoa. Am I allowed to drink on this thing? Clinica!
Hello, Deja! It's good to see you!
Where's your
Clinica shows up with no mug at all.
I'm not reading anymore. Where is it written?
She right.
Do you want to kiki? Do you want to Do you want to kiki? Do you want to kiki? Cult wanna kiki, cult wanna kiki, cult wanna kiki, 1, 2, 3. Cult wanna kiki, cult wanna kiki, cult. Okay, that's enough.
Finale.
Welcome to Cult Wannakiki. It's me, Hillary Yaas.
And it's me. Please forgive me. I'm not in drag. I'm on my drag break now. Hi, it's me, Clinica Deprecious.
And welcome to Cult Wannakiki, where we're reviewing Season 5 of Cult Wannakiki, and we're at the finale!
Yay!
And we have our amazing drag sister, top 3 of Camp Wannakiki Season 4, with us. It's the amazing Deja D. Delataro!
Yes!
Hello, hi.
Hello.
Hi, friends.
Oh my god, Deja, it's so good to have the top 3 of Season 4 back together! Ah!
Yeah, right? I'm loving this asymmetrical earring.
Thank you. This one I stole from the Austin International Drag Fest. It was lying on the ground. I didn't take it out of anyone's pocket. And this was from my finale look.
Oh, so she's a thief. Got it. I'm so excited to see both of you.
It's so good to see you again.
I mean, we were the top 3 of Season 4 last season. So, like, we had a very special kind of trauma bonding experience.
I mean, I got hit by a ukulele.
Yeah.
I had to deal with Clinica sleeping next to me.
That's true.
What else happened?
So what Deja's saying is we are the source of the trauma.
I was watching our finale episode just the other day, and my goodness, it was a very different finale episode this time around.
Very much that. We were fishing for 10 hours.
I mean, we went fishing for 10 hours. It was fake fishing. You got a worm dropped on your face. Clinica challenged me to eat a worm.
None of that made the air. None of
it. As Deja said, you could have gone down in the annals of history of being the first drag queen to ever eat a worm on live television.
Well, if it would have been the anals, I might have considered it.
I'm going to crack a drink. Is that okay?
Yeah,
that is perfectly fine.
I'm not a fisher, but just sitting on the bay, talking with you all, it's so heartwarming to watch. That was so nice.
Yeah.
What was?
Cheers, everyone.
It's just like the finale night when we were just sitting there getting drunk. Well, I was.
Very that.
There also wasn't a whole lot of moments this season where we got to see the cast really interacting and talking with each other. So
I will say that the one thing that I didn't notice about their season kind of lacked that. For sure, like it was just like I felt like you got to know each one of us individually on a different scale. Like I felt like each episode, one of us was highlighted in one way or another, and if not by ourselves, we were with a group of people. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, there was a very interesting dynamic they created on our season where we were all very strong characters.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of knew what we were like out of character as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. It was very, I don't know, it was a very personal season. I miss it.
But on the other hand, I also feel like our season was so non-serious. Like, I feel like we really fit the Wannakiki brand so hard of like, I feel like if you had someone that didn't even know what drag was and they sat down and watched our season, they could get into it because they're like, what the fuck is going on?
And I think you could read very well that we all genuinely liked each other. You guys don't say anything after that. Cool, got it. Cool. We all genuinely liked each other. Crickets. We know we really do.
What have you been up to, Deja, in your life?
Hit us with it.
What did you just say?
Hit us with it, because you've been out there living. You've been out there with us with a real rain.
What'd you say?
You've been out there with a real rain. Who have you been getting to work with?
I've just been traveling, doing what Deja does best, and just being loud and obnoxious on stage. And living my best life. I will say being on Camp Wannakiki gave me like the oomph to be like, just step myself out there. By no means did I book myself like I was on a TV show, but like it was also one of those things I'm like, I was on TV. I can ask for a booking in New York, Florida. This is the furthest I've been. It's probably Florida. I got a burp. Yes.
Whatever you ate this morning, I just saw It's Ghost to Leave You.
Did you? Oh, the Thai wrap from Jimmy John's. Yes.
You've been up to more than just drag too. You've been like learning.
Your improv troupe?
I'm in an improv troupe. I'm in a sketch writing troupe.
I'm so proud of you. Like when I heard you were getting the improv in, I was like, thank you.
And I love it. Like I did the first 2 classes, and then I got invited to be part of the Glass City Improv entity, which is like top of the totem pole. So I was like, all right, I haven't done it since like getting a full-time job and trying to balance the work-life schedule. But other than that, I'm just being me. I'm just being happy.
I do have to ask just a little bit of tea. So from our season for the stand-up challenge, you had expressed that was your first time ever doing stand-up.
Yes.
Was that
true? I didn't write anything. That was all like improv.
It really was just all off the cuff.
It was true because remember there was a moment where they were like, you don't have to submit your improv. I mean, you don't have to submit your stand-up, but we would like to see it. And I avoided it like the plague. I had nothing written. I legit went up there. I was like, here we go. If you tank, you tank hard.
And in the backstage, y'all were the most calm people there.
Yeah, I wasn't nervous at all. I wasn't nervous. Like I was just like,
yeah.
At this point, we know we're further enough into the game because that's what Camp Wannakiki is. That if I go home now, I had a fun run.
Right?
I get to sleep in. What look were you nervous about? Actually, both of you, that you're just like, ooh.
Oh, yes. I mean, I had the 2 that I was really nervous about that didn't have the prep, and they were the ones that I kind of fall on my face. Is Pride and especially the Blacklight one.
Mine was Blacklight too, because I was so worried they were going to be like, "Is that the Amazon made outfit?" And I was going to be like, "It most certainly is not."
I would say for me, I misunderstood the assignment on Camp Spirit, but it's fine. Sorry, Flapjack, if you're watching this.
Yeah,
I had her up here a few weeks ago, and she was like, Deja, do you remember when you beat me in Camp Spirit? And I go, I actually do. It lives rent-free in my head because I thought I was going home.
There were multiple times when I thought I was going home. And I think a bunch of, well, maybe not Clinica, but like...
Say that again. One more time.
There were multiple times when it was at Gag Arena, especially the Blacklight episode. When my name didn't get called and Coleslaw's name got called, and Coleslaw gave us a full Muffy Vanderbilt.
We all did. Deja going, like lives rent free in my head.
I know full well I sucked all the air out of that room. Like I was like, whoa. Yeah. Man, reality TV is a mind fuck, no matter what level you do it on.
All right, well, let's get into the episode. This is season 5 finale. My goodness. Yay, season 5. That's done. I'm so proud of them, but also just like, this has been such an experience, experiencing another season of Camp Wannakiki post mine. Like, I'm an alumni. Like,
if there was a cast DVD set, we'd be on the cover sold at Kmart.
Yeah. How did you both feel watching a whole new season unfold in front of you?
I didn't watch it. I'm kidding.
I didn't watch it either. I just made it all up.
I remember we were having individual conversations being like, are they going to invite the 3 of us to the camp like they did with Geneva, Bellamy, and in America?
I was ready for my America, Bellamy, and moment.
Well, they were going to. They were considering it, but then they put Clinica's face up on the wall, and Clinica gaslit me for 2 months of my life.
Because when I was driving to camp, they were like, "Oh, Clinica, you're going to be in town," because I reached out to them saying I'm going to be in town, and so they were like, "Come to the camp and be in an episode." And so in my mind, I thought that you two had the same exact deal and were also on your way, and just weren't telling me. No. And then when I showed up alone, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Clinica, you're Beyonce.
And then you crown that bitch's head. Oh.
thoughts. I have so many thoughts. They're like assholes, and people have them, and sometimes they stink. I'm going to share my hole.
We're going to focus on being super nice and just complimentary this episode because we've got the critiques out of the way for these people. Like, they've done an amazing job. Give it up.
And we've been there where people like literally let us have it on the internet who don't even know who we are. So like, yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about the episode. They get to do something that I was very jealous when I found out that they got to do, because we just got to go fishing and talk. They got to go to wherever and record a whole song with verses.
That's now on Spotify.
I didn't hear the song though, so I could be bad for this.
Here for Camp by the Sugar Baker
Twins featuring Pitbull.
I'm working with him in 2 weeks.
God, how'd they get Pitbull?
Yes, you mentioned that.
Shut your mouth. It's like a legit thing.
Throw glitter on your face and say I'm here for camp. Bring talent and your A game and look so glam. Hey, hey, we're here for camp.
Or any verses, any lyrics.
Look at me now. Even weirdos really can succeed.
I don't hate it.
Poop and I like trash. Does anybody have some extra? Who you are, shining bright as a star. Have I mentioned I'm so proud of you?
Yeah, that was the tail end of Dee Dee's.
First off,
yeah,
the fuck? That was good.
Was that yeah, right?
I like it a lot. And that we just got the fish.
I know.
We just slayed that. And that's the other thing. So like when you watch other reality shows, you can go back and the cast is always like, oh, this season got to do that. I wish we could have got to do something like that.
It's time to throw down one by one. Let's all give a verse.
I'm here to say, don't peel me. It's never too late.
I am just so funny. Make sure that I win that crown, cause I live in Canada Town.
Canada Town.
I'm buried on this tree. I am a ghost. I'm feeling dead of the most. So read my will and go to my funeral and then bury me in a barrel. Throw me over Niagara Falls.
Oh my God. And then I can bring it home with, you see that tree? I peed on it. We're at Niagara Falls. But we're going to take it back to Canada Town because that's where Clittery. I said Clittery.
That's where I am now.
Clittery! Your new name is Clittery.
Clittery Yaas. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about everybody on the show one by one in their elimination order. Before we do,
gotta bring up my cheat sheet.
We have to give thanks where thanks is due to the one and only Eddie Danger for giving us these amazing thoughty moments every episode.
Absolutely.
Including this episode where he goes full on washing the floor fantasy.
What I'm most grateful to him for is getting to hear you say thoughty moments.
Thank you. Yes, thoughty moments.
I'm sorry to paint this picture for you. My dick has never been so hard.
And I saw that every night.
Yeah.
This has been Thoughty Moments with Hillary Yaas.
Oh boy, you're going the wrong way.
Nobody likes a skunk.
I would cry it off. I love you too so much.
Right. Promo right there. No one likes a skunk. And we just go.
Okay, let's talk about these campers. So the first camper to take a hike this season was really shocking. It was DIXIE KRYSTALS.
And as I was listening to her final talent show, I was like, I am so sad that we didn't get to listen to the full. I mean, we can on their YouTube subscription page. But her voiceovers are so animated and fun. Like, I could listen to her read like the nutrient labels on the side of a bowl of Trick cereal.
I think she's gorgeous.
Yes.
Always brought such polish to everything that she brought to the stage. She's a real true professional. And just like the stories I've heard about her, she really cares. And I'm so glad that she's part of the family. She actually took the time. So I would like to award them the Sylvia Nix Appreciation Award for going home first.
I can't believe it's not butter, but I can believe it's beautiful.
Up next, we've got our second camper who was eliminated, the incredible, incomparable Milwaukee's own Jaclyn Jill.
Threw me for a loop. I'll be the first one to tell you. I personally was like, okay.
I know. I mean, they threw one of their own under the bus. I mean,
I didn't think of it that route. Now that you said something, I'm like, oh, she is from the area.
Are you saying there's another universe where Jaclyn's the third sugar baker?
Well, no. Miss Texas is the third sugar baker now. What's it? Sugar cum bugger burns.
Sugar booty shaker, pumpkin patch.
Jaclyn Jill brought some. I mean, just so stupid, and the way she's followed the season the whole time, it's been so sarcastic, sardonic. I love it. I love everything about Jaclyn. That's why I am actually going to give her my Hillary's Pick Award.
Oh.
I loved you from the start. I thought you were so stupid, so disappointed when you went home, and just keep being stupid and just that's all you need to do. I love it.
Look, girl, it was stupid.
Stupid.
And that's like a turn of endearment in our world.
Oh, yeah. Having the puppets in the finale, the puppet with the stork outfit. When I was in Kansas City, Jaclyn did a puppet number. And so I just want to give one final shout out. Love you so much, Jaclyn, the Muppet Queen of Albany.
And also the Last Word Award, because Jaclyn gets what? The last word of the season.
Do your puppets have names? Jack and Jill.
That shit was hilarious.
Can you tell us what the names of these puppets are?
Then we moved on to the next one out, who was also surprising. She was struggling a bit, but we all loved her so much and we're rooting for her so hard because she's so gosh darn lovable. It's that Haggard one in the corner, Girl Haggard.
Favorite name of the season. Okay. Second favorite name, but like, man, it's like I will keep saying this. It's so hard to get eliminated from these shows and still keep pushing on afterwards. And I want to say this to each eliminated camper. Like, they've done it. They've done, like, they just kept going. Like, as someone who is, I watched a few episodes, but like, if you have not followed it, you would not know who went home because everyone was such a different level than I can say with our like, we gave final looks, but like they gave like top-notch theatrical looks. And I was just like this the whole time. I'm like,
oh my God.
Hello, where was she when we were talking about Jaclyn Jill? Hello?
Okay, but back to Girl Haggard and piling on compliments. Girl Haggard has a lot to go home to be proud of.
Oh, for sure.
I loved this finale look also. The highest hair in the world. It's this terrible wig with a bunny pinata on it, smoking a doobie. The highest hair in the world. I'm going to give Girl Haggard the Dirtiest Hippie Award.
Yes.
Because she's walking children in nature. She's just so wonderful. And just like opening up new perspectives for all of us. All drag can learn from Girl Haggard. So the next one out was DIXIE, but DIXIE comes back. So we have to skip her for now. And the next one out was, unfortunately, the one who took themselves out, which is so sad when it happened. The incomparable Avery Goodname. Whoa!
My God.
Titan.
I love them so much.
Oh my God, Avery is the funniest person I've ever met in my life. Oh my God. And like the season, and I think it's important to distinguish that, like, once Avery, there's Act 1, which is this half of the season Avery's in, and then there's Act 2. The quality did not drop, but
for sure.
It was two different acts of the play.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we met them at the premiere in Boston?
Yes, Avery was there.
Yeah. So I didn't know anything. I was like, who is this entity? And I was like, at first I was just like, who are you? What's happening? Talking to them, yeah. And then talking to them throughout the day, throughout the night, I'm like, you're a blessing on earth. Like, you are such a good person. And I was happy to see them on this season. And what we got in person was the same person we saw on TV. And I was like, yes.
Oh, yes. I believe everyone expects my answer to be Riley, but regardless, Riley knows I love him. My pick of the season, Clinica's pick, the winner of the Clinica's Pick Award, is Avery Goodname.
Avery Goodname, congratulations!
Yay!
This is why, because Avery has an open invitation to return to Camp Wannakiki, the award that I am presenting Avery Goodname is the Season 6's Fucked Award.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, man.
Congratulations, Avery.
And rest till 7, rest till 7. Sitting there eating the scraps in the dining hall, waiting for people to come in, and you just hear outside, "Oh, hi."
It's a very recognizable, "Oh, hi."
Hit you first before the voice hit you?
Oh, hi. Okay, so after Avery Goodname went home, another Titan in her own right, the beautiful Muffy Vanderbilt the third. She brought an incredible package. Unfortunately, they were all the same silhouette, but no, we're not being shady here. But amazing.
Listen, I'll defend her. When you know your silhouette, you present that fucking silhouette. You don't let no one tell you anything.
Good point. No, and that
right.
That was exactly what Muffy did. She just knew who she was, and she was like, "No, this is who I am. Period. Thank you very much. Go home."
As a person after Muffy's heart, it can rub people the wrong way sometimes. But you're like, I know who I am as a person. I know my body more than you do, and she was probably one of the more polished queens. That I was just like, oh, there's something about her that I'm like, I need you in my life.
Yeah,
a badass poodle.
I'm gonna drink to that.
God.
The other thing she was just expert at was giving us face mugs.
Reaction shots. I think Muffy has gotten like at least 4 GIF moments of the season.
Oh, for sure.
Despite being like very put together and stuff, she's very, or like you might think that she's kind of a mean girl or like plastic or something, but she's so vulnerable.
Yeah,
she's so vulnerable. It's like her heart is right here.
Relatable. It's that relatability factor because like there's someone at home, me, who's like, you look so mean. I'm like, but I'm actually really nice sometimes.
So I'm giving Muffy Vanderbilt the face award because your looks were amazing, yes, but like there is nothing that compares with your reaction shots. You gave us so much amazing. Next up on the elimination order was the bearded empress themselves, Tara Newhole. Oh yes.
God, the eliminations just were like one gut punch, loop around, U-turn, punch to the crotch, like one after another.
I felt that. When you're like, so Tara Newhole's my favorite name. There was just something about them that it was authentic and real. Because like you see bearded queens or performers all the time, and you're just like, okay, I see it. But like they came with looks, a storyline. It was one of those people. Once the cast was announced, they were the first person I followed and hit them up in the DMs. I slid in the DMs, was like, congratulations. Clinica, no, Clinica, no. Clinica, don't cock your head like that. Because Clinica knows how I feel. I think Tara Newhole's very attractive.
She is your type.
Yeah.
Well, I just like Tara because she's hot.
Now, if I would have said that, I would have got dirty looks from both of you.
You were described that she has the most intense, beautiful brown eyes.
I did. Like pools of mud.
I did. I'll say this, the one thing about Camp Wannakiki, Tara provided us with great bloopers.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so much fun to see the behind the scenes antics. I don't know if they aired them on the show, but like definitely on Instagram, I was just like, this is someone I would party with. I'm going to give Miss Tara you're my Deja's pick. Top award, yes. You are my pick.
Congratulations, Tara. You're Deja D. Delataro's pick. Ooh.
Yes.
The award that I'm going to be giving to Tara is exactly what we've been talking about already. It is the Best Look Post-Elimination Award for that gosh darn look. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing. So top 4. Top 4.
As you're getting closer, I'm getting nervous. Like I'm there.
We've reached the top 4, and this was probably the biggest gag of the season. We knew that Texas was going to make it. We knew that Riley was going to make it. I thought, but it was between Didi and Rita. Didi had just come back into the competition, which is, I mean, we had that happen to us. We are the first season that got that happening. I mean, when that happened, I so.
I'll say, I tell people all the time when they brought back the eliminated campers, even though we're friends with them, you keep in mind this is a competition. You've heard me say that more than once. There is a moment of hatred you have for us. 4 people came back, or 5. Was it 5?
It was 5.
5.
There's this moment of hatred you have for those 5 people, but then like you're like, wait, these are my friends. This is not their fault. Like we all signed a contract. You know what I mean? But like, I can't imagine being the one. I think if I was Didi, I personally would feel some type of way. Like, but I would also be knowing my personality, be like, sorry, bitches, I'm back.
So we had to say goodbye to Rita Taro, and that was a shock.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why, because Rita had a talent show win, I think, and also was dominating the daily activities. Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
One of them.
Might have the most camp activity wins of any camper in the history of the show.
Yeah. So that was wild. I mean, Rita was very good. I was gagged when Rita got taken out.
This whole season was good, man. She's from Florida originally, right? Florida?
Is she?
Oh no,
no? She's from Chicago. Maybe beforehand, maybe.
Oh, okay, never mind. There's someone else. Don't listen to me. I was gonna say I saw them at a show in Florida, but
you're still thinking of Tara.
You're an asshole.
Rita Taro, I mean, always brought it. Just incredible. I'm giving them the Athlete's Foot Award for winning the most activity awards ever. You should just be. I mean, we have to praise that. Good, congratulations, Rita. You did an amazing job.
So, if there's ever an All-Stars, like they're coming back, correct? They have to. They have to.
Would either of y'all?
They'll come back.
Comment me, don't.
Did we just do the same thing? Ready on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's keep the conversation about
top 3, right? Top 3 now?
Yeah.
We're at the top 3. So we're at the talent show.
Boom, 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 boom. It hasn't changed from season 1 to season 5. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like the Sugar Baker's like shuffling out.
So first finalist is, of course, Didi Comeswell in this glamorous s'mores look with a Barbie of herself on her head. Very pretty, very cute.
Very topical with the Barbie movie. For those who are watching this episode in the year 3025, you know, the Barbie movie is relevant right now.
How did you know? Because you're the most relevant person on stage right now.
Yeah, and apparently she made the whole thing herself, more or less.
Oh, nice.
You know, like Didi is really just this incredible crafts person. And so that is why I would like to give Didi the Craftiest Beaver Award. Because not only did she make like practically everything she came with on the season, she also came back into the competition because of the Crafty Beaver. Like, there are very few people who have ever been on this show that are as good at crafting as Didi Comeswell. So props, Didi. You are someone I would want to have in my corner making stuff for me.
And I'm just going to say, if we had a Crafty Beaver challenge on our season, I probably wouldn't won either, but it's fine.
Why didn't we have a Crafty Beaver in our season?
Because we had a puppet show.
We made puppets.
And for a Crafty Beaver, if we had it in our season, is I had, in my case, a bunch of different body paints. And if they had put a whole pile of stuff in front of us, I would have grabbed all of one color as much as possible. And then whatever the complementary color was going to be is what I was going to paint my body as.
I thought we were describing our Crafty Beaver looks, not just what you do with your boyfriend at night. Okay, our next person to the stage is, of course, the amazing first king in the finale. Also, of course, wonderful POC, Black, amazing talent. Always good to see that as well.
The first Black drag king on drag television ever.
Yes, that's true. It is the wonderful Riley Poppyseed.
Yes.
Oh, wow. What a statement piece.
Listen, I wasn't ready. They came around the corner and I was like, all right, cool. And then the first word came out their mouth and I went, yep.
Period.
I was like, yep.
It was so great to see like the period piece authentically and genuinely, because I mean I think it goes without say that within drag it's so common for drag queens who, you know, are cis men out of drag to be like, look at my vagina, and like, look at this woman bodily fluid, look at my big old boobies, and it's just that comes and goes in certain ways with like a lot of people in perception, but like it was so great to see this be presented so genuinely and seriously, and from like a point of view of like someone who actually gets it.
Yes, it was camp, but it was such on a serious note that you like it made Riley in that moment kind of transcend television, and they were human.
And that's the core of drag. We are counterculture. And so to see this, I was like, this is the most authentically drag thing we have ever seen on this show.
For sure.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I might be biased. That's my friend, but like, that's how I feel.
You're always biased. That's why we're not doing Amps of Camp today.
18.
Incredible. Congratulations on almost getting there. I think a lot of people really did see you as their winner, and I think you should take that with you. A lot of people saw me as the winner too, and not Clinica. So I take that with me wherever I go.
A lot of people saw me as America's second alternate, so it's fine.
Exactly. I would like to give Riley Poppyseed a very special award because his journey on this season was all over the place. They were in the bottom, they were in the top. They had a ride, and I experienced that a bit myself because I was all over the place. They got the Roller Coaster King award.
Yes.
What a journey Riley went on in this season. Congratulations on your epic quest, Riley.
Absolutely.
And to piggyback off of you, I would also like to present Riley Poppyseed with Deja Delatero was also their award.
Yeah.
Give him something, Clinica.
Of course, Riley, I present you with the badass badge that I stole from you because you stole the pride badge from me, and I will give that back to you, and that is my prize to you.
Come to the moment we've all been waiting for. Miss Congeniality. Girl Haggard takes Miss Congeniality.
Yay! Was that it? Is that Yay!
Okay, now we get to the moment that we've also been waiting for. The winner of Camp Wannakiki Season 5. It's Miss Texas 1988.
Have you been saying 98?
Something like that. Maybe I got it wrong the whole time.
What is it?
At 1988.
Whatever. Oh, okay. Congratulations, Miss Texas. And she came out, when she walked out in this look, this cartoon peplum moment with the wig. I mean, I was like, okay, winner. That's the winner.
It truly did. The pink, all the colors complemented. I was here for it.
It's also great to see that Texas was so confident in like her opening look and her closing look, because I know that we had talked about the Wannakiki gamble of you can show up on that first day, and if you are not feeling confident and you don't want to go home first, you can choose to do the look you planned for your finale on the first day. But then that might mean that whatever you have planned on the first day is what you have to wear in the finale if you get there. And Texas had it so definitively had to do that look in the first episode and had to do this look last. And that's the confidence that Texas was displaying throughout the entire season, and it's completely warranted because she deserved to feel confident in all of her looks.
There was something about her that it was just like, once again, you're going to hear me say, they knew their brand.
Yeah.
They knew their brand so well.
The message at the end where they were just saying, look, failure is a good thing. You know, don't be afraid to fall on your butt. Don't be afraid to look ugly or beautiful or whatever you want. You know, It's not about that. And I think that's such a beautiful message. I definitely relate with that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not only just a beautiful message for like Texas and Texas's brand, but also just for Wannakiki in general. Like I feel that really resonated with the twins in the franchise.
That model should go with all the other competitions out there. You know what I mean? It's just at the end of the day, it's all like sister, brotherhood, they, them hood. You know, like we're all under one umbrella in these situations. You know what I mean? We may have our differences outside of a show, but when we all come together and realize we're here for we're here to make good TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's going to be one winner. There has to be one person who goes home first. But at one point, we're all going to hit a roadblock where we feel like a winner or a loser. Like, and that's just comes within the competition.
Yeah.
So, look at me get deep. Like
it is a TV show, and that's the end of it all. So now, you know, we don't have to sacrifice anybody because technically the top 3 become cultists and join our cult, and sacrificing all of the hikers to the clown god of comedy, Ruthie.
Yeah.
We have a little animation prepared for that Sinead is going to is preparing for us, that I have up for us next.
I have never met her. She is the one alumni I want to meet.
Oh my god!
I never met her.
She's so funny and so delightful.
Sinead stand account right here.
This is a Sinead stand account. I agree. There's so many thank yous just to say, like, we're finally at the end, Clinica.
We did it. And also, I want to give a special shout out to you, Hillary, who has taken the time to organize these, to reach out to people, to coordinate with Sinead, to coordinate with us, to be editing all this. That's not easy to do. And we know you have an incredibly busy we know you have an incredibly busy schedule. So just thank you so much for taking the objective time to put this all together and just to give more discussion about the show and to have everyone to be seen more, talked about more, because they worked hard on their looks, and I really appreciate. I'll speak for myself here. I so appreciate deeply.
And to say what I said at the end of season 4, I was here too.
You are here too. And
no, honestly.
So glad that you could be with us. Like,
I'm so excited. When you hit me up and we couldn't do it the first time around, I was like very upset. Yeah. And then you were like, "Hey, can we do it to this day?" I said, "I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work."
Yeah,
definitely worth the hour I spent with you two today. Thank you.
Yeah, just like to come together, because we had this finale moment last year, and it's a special little weird bond trauma thing that we had to go through. And
well, I know we're done, but like I don't know if you felt like this, Hillary, or like if Clinica, you felt like. I felt like once they crowned Clinica, it was kind of like the next day. It was like back to reality. Yes. Like there was no honeymoon period. It was like I literally, like personally for me, packed my shit, left at 8, came home, got on a plane to Detroit because I actually had my work vacation, flew to Philadelphia, hung out with like one of my best friends there. Came back, went back to work. It was like 3 weeks where like
I actually as soon as I was done, I mean, I was an emotional wreck and I was crying and stuff, which is just, it happens, and you're like, why am I so sad that I'm happy to be the one? You know, and dealing with that, I had to just tune out of drag for a while. Yeah. And I literally started a full-time job that Monday, and we had the finale the Thursday. Yeah. So I mean, like, yes, it was exactly like that. So what a wild experience.
People on reality TV will never understand.
Never.
Never understand.
The big takeaway from the show going on was simply to meet 9 other people with like minds that were just lived all over the place, that I could just travel, explore, and just get to know people and get glimpses into other drag scenes and just see how drag affects other people's lives. And that is exactly what I got from this experience, and I could not be happier. That being said, I have not stopped hustling since finding out I was on the show. As of near the end of this month, I am taking a break until the end of the year, a performance break, and I am so excited to do it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. You know, take your time.
I was actually rewatching our finale episode, and there was a moment on the docks where I just looked at you both and I'm like, y'all really are just these pinnacles of professionalism to me that like I really aspire to like have your confidence and like your mic presence and like the way that you navigate, and it's just I still do to this day, and it's actually kind of emotional seeing you both again like in the same place. Like
we would like you to
thank you so much for really being such an impactful part of my life, and it's been carried with me nonstop. And no, I'm not the best with words, but like y'all just mean a lot to me. That's it. End of thought.
Yeah, like
and I would say period.
And I want to say this one last
on those docs, and I've always been incredibly inauthentic, and I just smile all the time when people say things.
I want to say this, and then I'll just shut up because I know you're like, Deja, hush. Hillary, you are literally, we were paired up on our very first date. I'm going to go to both of you. So, Clinica, don't you worry. It's coming to you too. Paired up on our first day. Like, and this is another thing behind the scenes footage. People don't know that when you're on this reality show, you don't get a time to meet people. Like, I literally showed up the next day, like, you're in this cabin. I was like, all right, cool. And the next day, like, our call time was like 7. They're like, all right, Hillary and Deja, go this way. And I'm like, who the hell is Hillary? And then you're like, I'm Hillary. And they were like, action, make a scene. And we had to make a scene up. And I was just like, I think we looked at each other. You go, I have a ukulele. And I literally just look at you and go, hit me with it. That was it. That's literally our first interaction with each other. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be vulnerable as a stranger, just to be like, I can trust you. Because like as performers, we have these walls. And I think in those situations, I tore it down with you. And I think that's how we just clicked on the first day. Mm. And I appreciate you for that. And I do mean that. Now, Clinica, you have taught me so much. Being a non-binary person, you know me, I slip. I say, I've even said it in this interview. I've said like, girl, boy, hey, blah. But I want you to know that you are an educator to people and you're patient. And I love that about you. There's something about you that you just have this warmth to you. And you're just patient with people in a like non-cynical way. Like it's authentically you, and you're just willing to take the time, and you're a good educator. So I want to say from the elder millennial, you're my best they, them, mayhem person.
Oh, Deja.
I want to thank everybody who's been watching and paying attention, all of the contestants, anyone who sent a tip. That was very kind of you. It really helped with like, you know, affording this little platform I record on right here for that kind of stuff. You know, like, I just everything. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Congratulations on an amazing season. And yeah, well, take it away, Sinead. Let's close this off. Bye. See you next time on season 6.
Here for camp. Here for camp.
We will now perform the cultist rites and choose our new supreme to the god of comedy, Ruthie Keister.
New animations by She Need This Gig. She really do.
We would like to induct Riley Poppyseed,
Dee Dee Comes Well,
and Miss Texas 1998 or 88
or something
into the cult of Wannakiki. Miss Texas 1988 has chosen to be our sovereign. She will now commence the summoning of Ruthie Keister. Hope you liked the episode. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you don't, well, we might just have to sacrifice you to the god of comedy. Do you want to? Do you want to? You wanna kiki? Do you wanna kiki? Cult wanna kiki, cult wanna kiki, cult wanna kiki, 1, 2, 3. Cult wanna kiki, cult wanna kiki, cult. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Your green screen is poking.
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh.
And your dick.
Archery.
Archery.